Finance Committee meeting of the City of Hudson for Monday, September 16th, 2013. First order of business to consider minutes of the past meeting, and you all received it in your packet or on your iPad. Any questions, comments, or changes that should be done there?
Move for approval of
I'll second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We have claims for $255,114. You received that via email. Any questions or comments?
I have two questions.
Yes, sir.
Briefly, on one of there's a charge for American Engineering for RCC Valley View for $1,885. I'm just wondering what that would be since we have Foth as our engineering.
Both contracted for that, so that's the concrete testing to be sure that it's proper, and then we've already invoiced Hans Hagen for that amount of money.
Okay, and then one for Kelly Frame and Art activity supplies for photo swaps and mats,
I'm guessing police department for their photos.
$660.
We'll look into it, but I'm guessing it's the police
I'll
department.
write the codes down, but there's just questions that pop out. Yeah.
Yep. But I'm guessing that's what it is, Randy.
It wasn't that Hudson map, was it? The new map? That.
Oh, that might be the thing that we got.
Yep.
We had received a number of, it's a caricature drawing of
Yep.
downtown Hudson.
Yeah.
That we had received a number of them. We had one of them framed, so that might be that one too, but we'll follow up on it. I know for sure.
One for 660.
I don't know. We'll follow up.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. No, it wouldn't be one.
There maybe were other things on that.
Yep.
invoice as well.
We'll follow up on that, though. Good question. Anything else?
No.
Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is operator's license. We have Kristen Anderson, Richard Vitek, and Lauren Soderberg, Stillwater. Regular operator license between 9/17/13 to 6/30/15.
I've got an Emily Hensel, too.
I don't.
There was a new one on the table today.
New one on the table.
Oh,
Additional license.
well, okay. Then there's four. Yep, there it is. Okay. Thank you.
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 4 is the bid sheet for fuel bids for the City of Hudson from 10/1/13 to 9/30/14. Neil?
We sent out bids for our annual fuel contract. There were two responses. Responses came from Consolidated Energy and Yoakum Oil. Consolidated Energy had the lowest bid, which was 4 cents a gallon over what the rack rate is on the day of purchase. Yoakum's bid was substantially higher than that, so we would recommend award to Consolidated Energy.
What do we have this year? Did we have?
We've had Consolidated for the past 2 years.
Okay. All right.
So how would the 4 cents bid compare to the 43.17?
If you take what the rack price is at in St. Paul where they pick it up,
Yeah.
the question is, there's a difference of 36 cents a gallon that we would pay.
Really, 36 cents a gallon was the bid difference.
We looked at their bid thinking that they missed a decimal point, that maybe should have been, 0.04 versus 0.0436 or whatever, but we had them extend it, and the dollar amounts, that's what it worked out to. So whether it was
But even if the decimal point would have been off by one, Consolidated still would have been a little bit lower.
Yeah, no, I'm just a little surprised.
Saw
but
that,
that's-
too.
That's okay. Okay.
But we'll take it.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 5, consider bids received for the purchase of a pothole patch recycler. We had, how many bids do we have on this one? We had 2 or 1?
2.
Two, but one met the specs.
Okay, we had 1 that met the specs. How much do we have in budget on this, Neil? Do you remember?
We don't have a budget.
This was part of
This was a new proposal that came forward from Tom.
Okay,
So we don't have it. Tom, in his issue sheet, is recommending funding come from the remaining funds in the wheel loader. However, we only have about $21,000 left over there. So in addition to any award, we were going to have to appropriate another, $46,100 for that purchase, or more than that if you want the warranty.
Don't we have funds put aside?
I thought we did for this.
We've never budgeted money for this. If you recall, at the end of last year, we had about $1.1 million, $1.2 million in capital money. We appropriated that money. We drew that down for projects so that they could start until this bond came in. So really, we do have money in the capital fund, but we've never really taken any action by this committee or by the council to approve this project.
What fund, or how much in the fund? I mean,
Well, right now, when you look at it, after we sell the bonds, we've replenished, as I said, we had roughly $1.2 million at our ending balance. To get things started, we appropriated $930,000 of that, so we had $330,000 left.
is that still left, or did we?
Well, what will end up happening is we advanced those, and now we're borrowing for those funds. So you might as well say, come October when we sell the bonds, we're going to be back up to the $1.2 million of available funds in the capital fund.
But you said there's 21,000 left over from the loader bid.
Correct.
Purchase, so we're looking for what, 25,000 bucks?
Yeah, you might as well make it 26 if we're, because I see on there was an option for a warranty, alternate warranty, and I don't know, whether Tom's recommending that, but that's where we would be.
How long's the warranty?
I think you get 2 more years out of it. Just a question, Neil, is, I thought we had a requested $200,000 for the wheel loader, and it came in at 159.
Right, and when we went through that discussion, in order to make the funds work in our capital budget, we are assuming that on any equipment we dispose of, we're getting 10%. So, that money, roughly, what we're assuming, we budgeted 200.
Yeah.
However, we're assuming that we were going to get 20 as a trade-in. Or, when we sell it, we were going to be able to sell it for 20. But by trading it in, you're kind of reducing that pot of money. And that's where the differential is, and that probably has caused some of the confusion.
Okay. And then the other thing is if we would hold off or on some of our requests for other purchases next year, like the lawnmower or something like that, that's a possibility where some money could come from. We did this week sell one of our older dump trucks, and 1 ton. I think we got about $4,500 for the dump truck, and could that be used for this, Neil?
Sure. If you recall, and I think last year we talked about for any of this older equipment that was sold, putting it into a reserve for the purchase of public works equipment. I think right now that fund has a balance of $17,000. The items that were sold last week, you're right, I think they totaled like $4,500. We won't get that money. We sold them, they still have to pay for it, and then we'll get the money from public surplus, but that could be added to that.
Oh,
And that
we're
could
close to
obviously
20,000 there.
Yeah, so you're close to 20,000 there, that's correct.
I'd recommend that we'd use some of that reserve money from vehicles and equipment that we sold to put toward this. This is a very, very important piece of equipment. Just another feature that we should talk about is that the fact that we can use used asphalt with this machine. It's a reclaimer, so we can try to save quality used asphalt, along with we can purchase hot mix, spread it on the ground, cut it into chunks or whatever, stockpile that, and like when we get into next February, March, the asphalt plants are still closed, we can use this machine to make patching material for our streets. The benefit of this is that, cold mix that we've been purchasing is running about, the Omega mix is running like $150 a ton. When we get hot mix and we can reuse it in this machine, we can buy it for about $50 a ton. So this is going to pay for itself. We're going to have the ability to do some patching in, February, March, early April when the plants are not open yet. So,
Well, the Public Works Committee, I believe unanimously passed that we approve this purchase and go after getting the best we could, because it was part of the overall fixing our infrastructure, and we need this piece of equipment. I would be okay if what I'm hearing you, Neil, say there's $300-some thousand left in the capital fund from previous years,
From previous years.
to
right.
allocating 26,000 of
Yes,
that
at
to
this
this
moment.
purchase.
Right.
That's what I would prefer. Keep your other funds from those sales of purchases for that equipment down the road.
Very good.
I mean, that's just my thought.
Okay. Is that a motion?
Yes.
Okay, I'll second the motion with discussion. Rich, anything?
I think it's the right way to go.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have, item 6 is consider approval of a taxi cab driver's license for Robert Macheska. All been approved?
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Any items for future agenda item?
I would like to have this finance committee review the animal control warden contract and possibly go for RFP.
And what?
Possibly go for RFP.
Okay. Is that end of the year?
We don't know, Al, we're not, or.
We'll check on that.
We're not sure if it's a automatic renewal type thing, or we'll look at it.
Okay.
If it's able to be renewed, we'll get that up for discussion at the next meeting.
And at some point, the budget should be, most of the budgets are in, we're waiting on Public Works and Fire, so the Finance Committee will have to start looking maybe early October to start going through the budget, make some decisions on the personnel questions out there, so.
When do we expect, well, I guess we can't talk about that. It's not on the agenda.
But just so everybody can kind of, maybe that late September, early October, kind of start looking at calendars, and then we can maybe get a couple meetings set, so.
Yep.
I'll be in touch.
This
Yes.
may be a little premature, but I'd like to pursue a discussion on selling the Wells Fargo parking lot and building a ramp and using the fees and the funds to develop the downtown area further and take the funds we get from selling the commercial land, rezoning it commercial, expand our downtown area. It's pretty vibrant at this point in time. I think we'd have interest from other retailers and other businesses to enter the downtown area and use the funds from selling the land from the Wells Street Fargo parking lot for funding of the ramp.
To put the ramp there, wow.
No, I wouldn't put the ramp there. The ramp would go behind the fire department.
Okay. I can tell you that we're meeting with our engineers on that topic on Friday,
Okay.
as far as
But
costs and estimated.
Yeah, and I just think the opportunity to expand the downtown business is a good step forward for the city, and also using those funds to finance the parking ramp would be a great help for doing that, and it's a good way to get funds.
Okay.
So it's got two positives in my mind.
Okay. All right, those are two things that can be added. Anything else? If not, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you.